Hello, beautiful world. It's me, Slayer Green, future innovator, quantum creator, alchemist, visionary author, etc. And this is my super buddy, Eliza Bloom Robinson. You want to introduce yourself?
Always so happy to be here with you, Solara. Yes, I call myself a quantum catalyst, and I am the voice and the creator and the founder of the New Humanity Collective, where we are creating a sacred playground for the awakened and the awakening, where we're going beyond what we believe is possible to activate the miraculous and the mystical and the magical.
Fantastic. Well, you and I have been playing together in the quantum field stuff for probably 4 or 5 years now, I think.
Yeah, I think it's been, I was looking, I think it's been
Yeah.
five or close to five anyway. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
probably. So we're going to call this quantum and beyond quantum
Right.
because it's evolving right now.
Right.
We're in July 2024 for the sake of this video. And even last month, I think we were saying, oh, something's changing and we're moving beyond what we have been experiences as quantum alchemy and how we work with it. So let's try and describe each of our versions of what quantum alchemy looks like. So for me, there's been a quantum field of ideas, innovation, possibilities. It's like a place where whatever the intelligence of the universe or source or whoever's dreaming it all up, put it all in this space. And it's not what's here yet, it's what is waiting to become. And we would go into that quantum field and we would call new ideas, new possibilities to us. And those possibilities would come as energetic flows. And then my experience, we would activate them, so like give them like a quantum burst and place them into the living field around us of reality. And then actualize those possibilities, even if we don't yet know quite what it is, because when it comes in as an energy, you're trying to kind of sort it. What is this? And we generally start to talk about it and sort it. And then you actualize it by living it, by breathing it, by talking about it, by giving it language and form and structure and living reality to make it real in the world. And then you watch it just ripple through consciousness and show up. And it used to take, when you brought something new in, might take a year before you'd see it in outside reality. Now it's the same day.
It's so fast.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
amazing. So how about for you? What's it look like?
So when I first started playing in the quantum field and playing with the idea of the quantum field, it's very similar to what you said, but it was a realm. It was like it was the realm of infinite possibilities, and it was the realm without form, and it was just beyond where I lived. Like I
Yeah.
play a lot with Joe Dispenza and his work. So it was like it was the void. It was the void of the infinite and the unformed. And similar to you, and probably because we did so much work together, right? But
Yeah.
but it would be like we would open to receive something like the quantum field. Like imagine like a field of the stars at night. We'd pick one and then we draw it forth, like draw it down,
Yeah.
right? So again, similar to what you said, and plant that seed
Yeah.
somewhere, in ourselves or in whatever,
Yeah.
and then watch it seed, sprout, grow. And it took some time and it
Yeah.
was outside of us. But now, and again, similar to what you said, is I started noticing like everything, every sentence I said, not literally, had the word quantum in it for years. And then I noticed that I
Yeah.
hadn't been using the word quantum anymore. I thought, well, isn't that interesting?
Yeah.
And for me, it's because it's no longer outside. It's like
Yes.
we have embodied the quantum field. It's
Yes.
sort of like the definition has to change because you can't embody the void of the infinite, or maybe you can.
Oh, yes, you can.
Yes, you can. And that's where we talk about sourcing and all of that too.
Yeah.
But it's like in my old thought about quantum, it was By definition, it was outside, and
Yeah,
now it's inside.
it
Like
is
we've gone
inside. Yeah.
beyond quantum.
Yeah. In another way of talking about that, because I have the same feeling as you, but it's like we're being handed the reins of creation and say, well, here, make her up, folks, become creators. Let's see what you're going to do with this. Once you get to a kind of a more of a super conscious state and you've got a bit of energetic maestroism going on where you know, kind of know what you're doing, you know, I think we're being gifted the ability to do things we wouldn't have been able to before. And it does exist within us, and it's in the air we breathe, and it's in nature, and it's in the earth, and it's in the universe, all of it. It's all interwoven much more so now than ever before. I mean, I do think we were all always interwoven, but that has significantly changed. And I'd like to think that the group we're a part of, the Murmuration of Maestros, has been doing some of that.
I agree, and you know other groups as well, I'm sure. But it's like
Yeah,
it's like our sourcing and our creation. It feels like up until recently, whatever that even means, it there was a pathway, and now we've gone to the end of the pathway. So the
yeah,
slate is so clean
yes,
for those of us who are touching that what I call higher consciousness,
yeah,
this state of really source.
yeah,
There are no limits,
yeah,
and I probably kind of would say that there never were, but we had the frameworks. There are no frameworks.
yeah,
Like we've transcended
yes,
the frameworks or what we thought or what we could dream of.
yeah,
We could dream of even has so vastly
yeah. Well,
changed.
do you know, I think when people, and certainly I certainly was at a certain point in my life too, are unconscious of all of this and emotionally reactive. It seems normal. It seemed normal to me when I was in those states to be emotionally reactive. But what happens now that I've elevated my vibration, my consciousness, I'm now super conscious. I can tap all kinds of fields, get all kinds of information and insights. I can source greater outcomes. I can make magic happen. You know, I have a kind of energetic capacity, mastery now that I didn't have before. And I think when you do that, then you're more reliable to be a creator of possibilities and realities and outcomes. And I think we've learned a lot in recent years about doing that and about operating in that way. And it took getting to there. So if you look at the emotional state, for me, I'm not emotionally reactive anymore. I'm emotively responsive. And that's a completely different state.
It,
So no matter
it
what
is.
happens, if like somebody shoots a fastball at me, like a challenge or something, it's like, woo, here we go. Let's hit a home run. It's like I don't have the kind of drops and anger and all of that kind of stuff. I don't get disappointed anymore. I really trust that everything always turns out in the end. And that everything that's being sent towards us is being sent towards us for a greater purpose. But if we get emotionally reactive and are unconscious about that greater purpose, then we kind of make a muddle of it.
Mhm.
You know, we create chaos around it. We create a spin of anger or upset or disappointment or, you know, that stays with people for a long time. But when you're aware, you're super conscious and you're aware that, oh, everything is greater purpose swinging at me. Okay, I'm in this game. Let's play.
Let's see what we can do with this, right?
Yeah,
Let's
exactly.
become curious rather than reactive.
Yeah,
But as you're talking about the emotional reactivity, I think that's a I don't want to say really a trap, but it's like a level of consciousness that so many people are still in, and it takes a emotional and spiritual intelligence and emotional spiritual maturity. Now I'm working with a group
yeah,
of people, we're talking about emotional and spiritual maturity, but it's like it's that evolvement of our consciousness that is
yes,
continually raising, and thank goodness we don't have the same sourcing capacity from that place of emotional reactivity.
Oh God,
Like,
you'd make a mess of
thank
everything.
goodness, right? And so
Yeah,
as we access that place, and it really, I'm the same. It's like I don't get emotional. I don't get hooked very often anymore. And when
yeah,
I do, I can quickly go to becoming curious. It's like, oh, what triggered in me,
yeah,
right? One of those
yeah,
things. It's like, what else is still in me that needs to be cleared?
yeah,
And I can't wait to see how this one works out.
yeah,
Like just that curiosity, not
yeah,
trying to manage it or manipulate it or manifest it, but
yeah,
like, oh, and it's always something
yeah.
so
My
brilliant. In fact,
first question.
I was accused recently of not caring, and I said, "Well, you're absolutely right." And in not caring, I care so very deeply,
Yes.
but I don't care about all this,
Yeah,
right? I care
yeah,
here.
yeah, exactly. Yeah. My first response to anything that's going on is what's it for?
Yeah.
What's the greater purpose? What's the possibility of outcome here? If I deal with this in a more conscious way, in a more masterful way, how
Mhm.
can I turn this into something? And it turns out amazingly every time. It's
Yeah.
quite amazing,
And we've
actually.
said the word surprising several
Yeah,
times. I think that's part of um, the magic of it, and be willing to be surprised
yeah,
is what opens the pathways.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I kind of believe we are becoming quantum creators. And I think in this beyond state that we've been talking about, beyond quantum as well, it's just been slipping into our awareness in the last month or so, right?
Right, right.
Um, I think that it's less you do this, then you do this, then you do this. These are the steps you take. It's more something that lives inside of you, as you said. It's a very natural, effortless, joyful state, which isn't at all the way I would have thought this was going to go.
Right. Surprising yet again.
Yeah, but I have so much joy now. And you were talking about like caring. Oh my God, like you, I care deeply about the world, but I care deeply in a kind of exhilarated expectancy as a creator,
Mhm.
as opposed to concerned, upset, distressed, disappointed, whatever states of emotions you can get into. I don't have those anymore. And I'm pretty darn certain the future's turning out because people like us, we got it.
We got it. We got it.
And
And
yeah,
want to open the pathways for more and more people to come play here. And we know there
absolutely.
are
Yeah,
all over the planet,
yeah,
but we also
they
want
are.
to want to open an open vision invitation to, if this is intriguing to you,
Yeah,
even if you're thinking this can't be possible,
yeah.
then we want to talk to you. We want to
Oh,
invite
big
you
time.
in
Yeah, big time. So
big
you're
time.
working with New Humanity now.
Mhm.
So you want to just say a little bit about that, and I'll say a little bit about what's the stuff I'm doing.
Yeah, so New Humanity Now is right now it's an open Facebook group, and so you're welcome to come join us there.
Yeah,
There's no obligation or anything, and we're also developing the collective, which will be more of a membership type collective, but it's sacred playground for the awakened and the awakening, and where
okay.
we are birthing, sourcing,
Yeah,
moving beyond quantum to sourcing
yeah,
the new reality.
yeah,
One of the new things too that I want to just mention quickly is the Do You Dare program. Do you dare to hold the high watch through the election season? And we're
fantastic.
going to invite people in. We're inviting you in. It's on Facebook as an event. It'll be held off Facebook, but we're going to invite you in, regardless of how you feel
Yeah,
about the election. And some of the people who are joining are all tied up in knots about it with worry and anxiety
I
because
get that.
they
Yeah,
look at the reality.
yeah,
And we're going to invite you into a space that is bigger than the polarities. We're
yes,
going to go quantum. We're going to source a third possibility, not
yes,
either or, but something brand new. So I'm
yeah.
very excited about this, and it feels quite daring and quite bold, actually.
fantastic. So they can connect with you on Facebook, Aliza Bloom Robinson.
Yep.
And okay, so for me, oh my gosh, well, I've just started a new membership group with a Zoom call a month where we do the big work together called Maestro Mastery. Starting a webinar series in August called Becoming Legendary for the Really Brave and Bold.
I love that one. Yes.
You know, those kinds of things. So there's all kinds of ways to play, but those are just a couple of them that, and again, you can connect with me on Facebook, Solara Green, or any other one of the social media platforms. I seem to be on all of them these days. So
And then the other one that we're doing collaboratively, you and I and some
oh,
other
yeah,
people, is the
yeah,
888 Elevate Your World. So
yes,
you want to
yeah.
speak into that one?
Well, yeah, we're doing a global wave that starts in New Zealand, Australia, comes all the way through Asia, Europe, Scandinavia, UK, and over to North and South America. And that global wave is to elevate the whole world. And then I'm doing 2 Zoom calls that day, one for down under times and one for the Northern Hemisphere. And you're doing a call that day. And our friend Mary Lunan is doing a call that day. So that's a Facebook event on, you just look at 888 Elevate the World, it's called. And you find it and just join and click interested or going, and you'll be able to participate with us. And all of that is all free.
Absolutely. And we're very excited. We've done this before, that the
Yeah,
wave, and it's so powerful. And the fact that we've already got 4 Zoom calls scheduled
I know.
in that day is pretty amazing.
Yeah, yeah. So the energy builds and builds and builds. And I try to, because I'm standing as a source for it, I start to join the New Zealand one, and then I join the Australian one, and we put in our comments of what we felt was happening, and you can feel it moving around the world. And by the time it gets to the other side, it's like, whoa, really quite powerful. We're sending a wave or a quantum burst across the world for us to elevate all of life, to elevate in some way. So very exciting.
It is very exciting. Yes.
Yeah, there you go. Well, thanks. That's great. I hope people could understand some of what we're talking about quantum and beyond, and
It's
it's
very
very
fun
real
to,
for us.
it's so real. And it's very fun to put language on it because
Yeah.
it's so tangible inside us and also visceral and also sort of ethereal. So to put language on it is really, it's a
Oh, and
great exercise and so fun always to connect with you like
it's
this.
so practical. It makes your life work like a charm. It's amazing how
Yes.
practical it is. So thanks for watching, listening, everybody, to both of us. We wish you the very best in everything you're up to as you become quantum creators of the world
And beyond quantum.
and beyond quantum to source everything. Lots of love. Thanks for
Bye.
watching. Bye.